Hey everyone,
Hey everybody, it's Logan
and Lich.
from Red Bandana Gaming once again. Today we have a special video. We're not going to be playing any games. We are bringing you the top, in our opinion, what could possibly be some of the greatest hopes and expectations of E3.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting debut. This is really special for E3 because now we're talking new consoles possibly for the next year.
Well, we know Sony's not going to be there. Doesn't mean they're not going to do, what do they call it, the treehouse?
If that's what they want to call it, that
I think that thing,
the
what were
log
they?
house,
The log-
the roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Where they normally do like the Nintendo Directed theirs, but they're going to do something. We do know PS5 is on the horizon, so we're not going to touch on to that. That's already been thrown out there. It's going to happen.
Yes, it has.
So how we're going to start this is with E3 being in just a matter of a week or so.
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
It's in not too long. It's going to be just in a little bit. So we decided to pick what we believe will be either announced or will be revealed in our hopes from what we've read, from what we've heard, from what we've gathered, all leading up to this great event of the gamers' holy grail of shows once a year called E3.
This is what we know so far of these what we think, or just what we want to see happening.
So if you haven't been able to tell by the video title, this is definitely our 10 most anticipated, and what we're looking forward to announcements of E3.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Number one, it's in no specific order. We're just, counting down 10. The first thing that we're definitely looking forward to that's on our list today is the new Xbox console, the codenamed Xbox Scarlet.
Yeah, I would like to know a lot more about that particular console. I'd like to see at least what's under the hood, at least, and what they have in store for us this year.
One thing now with the recent announcement of Sony working with Microsoft as part of the Azure. Azure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're going to be working with Sony and Microsoft together for the streaming service. So you might see some kind of cross streaming, cross platform stream. Who knows? But in terms of hardware and power, it will be more powerful than the PlayStation, if not just as powerful. Why? Because whoever usually announces their hardware first,
they try to outdo.
They always outdo it. Whether it's one more gig of RAM or one more teraflop or whatever they want to call it, it's going to be that much more powerful. It's like when the 360 came out and then the PS3.
Yeah.
Even though that's not really fair because depending on the games that you played, the Xbox 360 had more RAM.
Just who's very talented in developing the game to fit that specific specification.
So it really depends there, but who knows? We might even get two machines that are going to be pretty much identical in power, or we could see both companies pulling out all the stops and coming out with two different versions of the consoles.
All the guns, eh? All the guns.
But I do think we're going to see something very similar in terms of power to the PS5. It's definitely going to be. I'm going with, hey, we've got 12 gigs of RAM in the Xbox One X. 16 is the bare minimum for the new console.
Yeah,
we know they're going to be
up any moment now.
We know they're going to be running on the new AMD Ryzen processors. So, hey, and with ray tracing being the big thing on Sony's side, Microsoft's going to do the same thing.
Yeah. Ray tracing.
It's a big thing. It is. When you do as those of you who follow me on social media outside of Red Bandana, you guys know that I'm an artist myself. I've done a lot of animation and game design here and there. So ray tracing, I know, can be a big thing. Some people are like, oh, it's just lighting. it's a big thing. It gives you a lot more realistic lighting,
Yeah,
especially
and it's
when you're
gonna.
doing water and effects like
Mhm.
that and reflections. This is a powerful thing, and
That
it
means
takes up a lot of
yeah,
RAM.
that
So
means development cost is going to go up a little bit more,
I
just a
don't
bit.
know. I don't know if because it depends on the developers and how they,
Hmm.
um, use their hardware and software uh, to the best of their abilities. But that's getting away from the Xbox and what we think we're going to see. But I think we're going to see something quite powerful. It bare minimum as powerful as the PS5. Hopefully, they're going to take this and say, "All right, Sony, you gave us this. All right, we're
We'll
going to make something more
give you
powerful."
that.
Which in the long run, all this is just going to benefit the gamers. It's
Yes,
going to benefit us.
something that they've been doing for years with other consoles. And speaking of consoles, and my specific pick would be Nintendo Switch Mini.
So our second one, going on to number two, is the Switch Mini. Um, a lot of people are speculating it. Nintendo hasn't said anything official.
It's not concrete.
People are even guessing about a Pro or an X version, whatever you want to call it, but that one doesn't seem as likely as the Mini. The Mini seems pretty plausible, especially with the end of the 3DS
Yeah.
on the way out. It could be easily replaced. So what do you think this Switch Mini, if they announce it or give us anything on it?
Smaller version of the Switch, basically. I'm guessing it's going to be a smaller version of the Switch.
Oh, that makes sense.
Cost will be dropped maybe by $100 or so. I'm guessing, but I'm
So
just
so you think it's going to be 149?
$199.
Aren't the Switches right now? No, the Switches are still 299, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 199. Okay, I'm gonna say $50 less with a pack-in title.
So $149 for a Nintendo Switch hardware system.
And
That's portability only
you know what I'm gonna
with a longer battery life.
I'm gonna take the step out and say it's gonna be packaged with Tetris 99.
I don't doubt
The
that.
offline version, which is normally what they say, $10, so you can play it online or off. I'm gonna say this is the first fully portable system we're gonna see packaged with a Tetris game since the original Game Boy.
Okay, so I just don't see it 149 price tag. That would be outrageous.
No.
Really?
I'm sorry, 249.
Okay,
I'm gonna see 249.
Okay, 249. Okay, all right.
199.
Okay.
Then no detachable Joy Cons.
No detachable.
I'm gonna say maybe no Bluetooth either.
Mm,
Maybe a USB port where you can plug in a third party controller, but
it
I
have
don't know
it
to
would
drop
have-
it by $100.
just because you're losing out on the base station.
Smaller battery.
Smaller battery, but a longer lasting, more than 3 hours.
Well, then if that's the case, I think we're still back at the 249.
So
Because
249.
why? Because you're going to get more than 32 gigs of onboard
Okay,
storage.
so
If it's totally portable, they have to give you more than 32 from the get.
agreed. So 249.
128. 128.
128.
I think we're going to see, instead of a 32, maybe 64, but I would really like to see a 128.
128 internal memory. Then yes.
Packaged with Tetris
Then
with
yes.
128
Then
mini,
249.
249. I think that could be a steal. I would
Yeah.
even buy it.
Then Then 249.
I wouldn't mind having
sure.
two Switches for that. Definitely not.
Yeah, for sure. Different colors, and I would say that should be dropping at the end of the year. This year,
Before holidays.
before holidays.
Before the holidays.
Yes, just in time for
Black Fruit No, Green Fruit
Green Fruit Day. Yes,
Green Fruit Day.
Green Fruit. This is we just came up with that just now.
Green Fruit Now, moving on from the actual consoles, we're going to look at a game that both of us have very extreme opinions on, but a lot of people are looking forward to, and it's been in the works for ever. Final Fantasy VII, the remake.
I stick by my word. I stick by what I am saying. I don't think that game is going to come out anytime soon in the next 4 years. People are
Okay.
saying, okay, demo will be demo this year, E3. I get it. I see it. I hear the rumors of PlayStation Plus, and you'll be able to play it later on this year, and it'll be ready by next year. I stand by my word, and I say that game not ready until 2021 or 22. Being nice.
Okay. Now, my opinion on this, besides the fact that they've really done goofed on the battle mechanics, they should just call it Kingdom Fantasy VII
Kingdom Fantasy.
because it's not Final Fantasy VII in terms of gameplay. It's an action game. Square Enix has really lost their way when it's come to putting out real
Now.
Final Fantasy games.
Now, let's give them the
No,
benefit of the doubt here.
no,
I
there's no
understand.
benefit to give them.
Look.
Final Fantasy is not Final Fantasy anymore.
It's okay.
It's an action game.
And
It's not a
I
turn-based.
agree with you. And yes, I would rather have Final Fantasy as a turn based, but that's just me. If you wanted an action like 15 or Kingdom Dinner, that's fine. It's cool.
By Kingdom Dinner, he means Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, Kingdom Hearts.
For those of you guys who haven't
Yeah.
watched all the other episodes where he's made reference to it.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll get the game, but it's not gonna be day one purchase. I am 100%. It's gonna be, I'll get it when maybe PS5 comes out, and I'll get it like maybe along the line later on the line, or so like that. But it's seeing that game as it is like that. It looks amazing, looks great, but and it's not something that I'm looking forward to. I'm sorry. I'm a huge fan of it.
I loved Final Fantasy VII. I jumped into the RPG genre pretty late, and that was the one that got me into it. And Final Fantasy VII was fantastic. It's not my favorite. I think 8 is a much better game. Hate me, say whatever. We all have our opinions. It's great, but I loved 8. To have a remake of this and not do it justice by making it turn based, I think is a very big injustice. But in terms of getting away from my opinion on it, if we're just going to talk about what we're going to see at E3 or what they're going to show, I do say they're going to do a demo. We will get a demo.
Yeah, we'll see a demo.
And I believe that it's going to be released on PS4 and PS5. I think when the PS5 comes out, it's going to be simultaneous across both platforms. So that's what I think they're going to do.
Do you think it's only going to be on those two consoles? You don't think it's going to be on Windows platform?
No. Not right now, just because they've announced.
Time exclusive.
Sony's put money into it.
Of course they have.
So, yes, it's going to be a timed exclusive. We do know that it will be on other platforms. If I'm not mistaken, sometime last year or maybe the year before, they made some kind of announcement or statement saying that it will come to other ones, but within like a year or two after.
Yeah, because I don't think Square can afford that.
No. You know what? I think it needs to come to the Xbox. Not necessarily the Switch, because the Switch, in my opinion, can handle that large that game on that kind of scale.
Now, I'm gonna say maybe the Switch can handle it, maybe not. Maybe if you dumb down some of the line, but hear me out.
I don't think it should be dumbed down.
But what if they release a hyper version of the Switch sometime later along the lines?
Different story.
Different folks.
If they release a Switch 2 or whatever they want to call it, a new Nintendo console, because Nintendo never goes with the Wii U was the only thing we've seen that's carried over a name since Super Nintendo.
That's true.
And we had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. No, people were saying 128. No, it was called the GameCube. And then we had Wii U. That's the
look.
But
the thing is, I honestly see them releasing this game on an Xbox and
not right away.
Not right away. You're right. Not right away.
Windows.
But wouldn't it be freaking amazing if they're like, oh yes, and it's coming to Xbox and Windows following year at E3.
And then they give you a multiplayer option, so I can be Cloud, you can be Barrett, our friends could be Tifa or
Oh
Sid, or
wow!
I could be
So
Sid,
multiplayer
and
online
we don't even have to
capabilities.
use Cloud. I could be Sid, you could be Tifa or Aerith or something. We could do something like that. That would be fantastic.
Huh.
But I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I
That's a
honestly
lot of
see
that's a lot of work.
it's a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
That's where it's going to be. Xbox later on down the line. PC, we haven't seen too much in terms of Square coming to PC right away. So
It's usually a year after.
if that, maybe more, but we'll see. But on that one, again, I'm going for demo for E3, and then afterwards we are going to get a release window. Where they're going to say September 2020 or something like that,
Yeah.
and then lo and behold,
2025.
and then lo and behold, we find out that that's when the PS5 will come out. Now, who knows? We might even find out that
It's a
release date
bundle.
along with it.
Yeah. It's a
Who knows?
bundle.
But remember, the episodic content of it, the episodic releases that's rumored. I think they're going to clear that up, whether it's going to be episodic or not.
Yeah, they said it was going to be 2 CDs only.
Well,
First episode 1 and then episode 2, and that's it.
it's not going to be CDs. It's a digital release. I heard it was only digital. Well, who knows? Again, rumors. We'll find out. E3.
Yes, we will.
So we've spent a lot of time on this. Time to jump to a couple of Nintendo games that we're looking forward to. Next one is actually Lich's pick, which would be Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Pocket the Monster, Soda, Shielder. I know absolutely little to nothing about this game except from the trailer we watched a couple of episodes ago.
Well, depending on when you guys are watching this, the Nintendo Direct, the Pokemon Direct, will have already hit or maybe not hit yet, depending on when you guys are watching it. And then it might change a little bit about what we.
What kind of start? What the evolutions of the starters?
Because as of right now, as of this recording, it is before the Direct.
Yes.
So things can change as our views here on it when that Direct hits. But as of pre Nintendo Direct, Pokemon Sword and Shield, we're both looking forward to it.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like what bank compatibility with a Pokebank, compatibility with Pokemon Go Eevee, Go Pikachu.
They did just recently, within the last week, something like that. A few days, week. I can't remember when it was released, but they did show all the services that will be attached to it.
Really?
And which games, like you said, the Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, all these will connect to it. During the video, don't worry. At some point, maybe even during this, you might even be seeing it right now if I can find the appropriate graphic and throw it up to show you about that. I'm looking forward to Sword. He's looking forward to Shield.
I may have to pick up Pokemon Go Eevee then.
For those of you who've seen our Pokemon Sword and Shield video that we posted a couple months back during the announcement, it's pretty much stuck with the same beliefs. But in terms of connectivity, I already have Let's Go Pikachu. For those of you who've been on my on the Red Bandana Gaming Instagram, you have seen pictures of the shelf with the nice collector's box on it. So I do have that, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the new Pokemon.
Yeah. New region and everything.
Yeah, definitely. Some of the new the features. Now that we don't have two screens, it's going to be a little interesting to go back.
We'll get used to that. It'll be like riding a bike again. I can ride a bike again. You had hemorrhoids. You can ride a bike. Yes, I said hemorrhoids. So, yeah, Preparation H. I can ride a bike again. I can play Pokemon again. One screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So, continuing with Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think that's going to be... we're going to get some solid announcements on that to follow up whatever they say on the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, which is a week from now, I believe.
Well, it depends on when you're watching this.
Yeah.
It could be here or there. Um, but onto the next game, number 5, which is also a Switch game where I'm even a little more invested into this. Most people wouldn't believe it, but it's Animal Crossing.
Yeah. You think that's why they might make a Nintendo Switch Mini?
Okay. When it comes to Animal Crossing, the New Leaf was a big part of how much time I spent on my 3DS. Before, let's put it this way: before I met my wife, I played it. But once I got her into it, she plays it all the time. So because of her, I dove right back into it big time. And now, I've got every version of every Animal Crossing game that's been released, from multiple copies of each one. I have 5 copies of Animal Crossing New Leaf. I have 3 copies of Happy Home Designer, of Animal Crossing on the GameCube. I have two of City Folk on the Wii. I've got tons of the amiibos.
I have the City
three
Folks.
3 full sets of the amiibos. Yeah, so it's
I have City Folks and New Leaf.
it's a pretty big thing here in the Logan household. So I'm really looking forward to that, and the fact that they teased us with some kind of announcement for Tax Day, April 15th, that came and went with no word.
Yeah.
We've gotten a new Mario Maker 2 Nintendo Direct, and now we're getting a Pokemon Nintendo Direct, but no Animal Crossing Direct. Come on, Nintendo. Please give us something at E3.
Oh, they know. They know the fans
like,
are hungering
I need my Animal Crossing. Oh,
itching
where's my
for
Animal
crossing
Crossing?
of animals.
I need to cross my animals. I
Yeah.
think because this town, I really want to call it the Island of Dr. Moreau, and because I'm crossing animals. Get it? Okay, bad joke. Edit that out. No,
Oof.
but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. What about you, Lich?
I am gonna eventually get Animal Crossing. Everyone and all my friends around me are playing
I
Animal
have 2
Crossing.
copies pre-ordered. Still waiting for it.
So yeah, I will eventually have Animal Crossing on my Switch, and having to venture out and visiting KK Slider, my favorite character in the game. So yeah,
Captain. I love Captain.
Captain
Captain's a great character.
Yeah.
A singing turtle on a boat.
Can't get any better than that,
Gotta
folks.
love Captain.
Can't any
So hopefully, maybe they'll announce some kind of a special edition that'll have, like the last one came with on the GameCube, that came with a memory card, and I don't think, no, the Wii one didn't come with anything special.
Yeah, it did. Came with a mic.
Oh, it did come with a mic. That's
Yeah,
right.
came with a mic.
And then the Wii U one, we had Amiibo Festival, so who knows? We might get something with it. Looks like they've been doing that besides the DS versions. So let's keep our fingers crossed
Yeah.
for this. and
Fingers
for all-
crossed for Animal Crossing. That's what we're gonna do.
I would say goodnight, everybody, but
Yes.
no, we still have.
We got a few more to
We
go.
still have four more to go.
Still some
sorry,
gravy.
5 more to go.
Gravy in that plate. That's a little bit more.
So on to the next one. It's not a Nintendo game, but who knows? It could be. The original one was on the GameCube era, Xbox, PS2.
It was on GameCube?
Yeah.
I've never seen that game on GameCube. You kidding? Are you serious?
Mhm.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Well, there you go. It's Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah. Beyond Good and Evil was on
Mhm.
F. I knew it was on PS2 and
Xbox.
And Xbox.
Beyond Good
And
and
then
Evil.
PC.
Yeah. It was Ubisoft.
Yeah, it was Ubisoft. The company I love to hate and love. Just have mixed feelings with them. See,
That's
the thing
me
is,
and EA, but we're not going to get into
oh
that.
boy. See, the thing is, we saw this trailer for Beyond Good and Evil, in 2000 and
37 years ago.
it
It
feels like,
like
that.
it.
Yes, literally, it feels like that. Like I can still see out of my left eye. Now I can't. So, yeah, we saw a trailer for this last year at E3. The second trailer for this game, which looks, actual gameplay trailer and whatnot. So, I'd like to see this game released this year, but I'm not gonna
Not going to hold your breath?
hold my breath because of what that very first trailer. We waited like 10 years and nothing, and all of a
It
sudden,
was more than 10 years.
Yeah.
Because I think the last one came out like 2002, 2003,
Yeah,
maybe
I was
2004.
another working in another company for that, and like oof. Then we see
I,
this.
I was still working retail back then.
Yeah.
Ooh, no more of that.
Yikes. So that game, hopefully, first off, this year or next year, with a date, with a street date. That's all I want. I don't really care about collector's editions. Kind of do if it has an art book, but that's another story. Uh,
Um, to be honest, I never played the first one. I
oh,
own it.
it's really good.
I do have it digital for on the Xbox One.
They do okay.
Yeah,
I would say play through it. It's
it,
like
it was released as a backwards compatible title,
yeah, it's about
or an Xbox Live Arcade. I can't remember which one, but it is backwards compatible. I do have it on my One X.
well, it is a solid platform game. Really, really solid. Maybe about 40 hours.
Platform? I thought it was adventure.
It's adventure platform because you do have some sort of Metal Gear Solid esque sneaking around.
So it's stealth action.
Has some of it, and you can
Okay.
take pictures, and if you wanted to delete, take pictures of things, record it, gain money, upgrade your ship or your boat. Battle style feels like Ocarina of Time at sometimes when you're fighting. It
Mhm.
feels like that. Story really good. It like without spoiling anything, the ending truly left you feeling that there was going to be a sequel, and nothing until now. And this is supposed to be a prequel to Beyond Good and Evil 1, so we'll see.
We'll see. So, with that being said, we now come to an Xbox exclusive that's near and dear to my heart. I'm a big fan of the series,
Same here, yeah.
and they canceled the last game out of nowhere. They even had it in playable beta, and they pulled out the rug from underneath all of us. And I have every version of the game. I've beaten every version, and that would be Fable 4. There was a matter of a couple days ago, a possible leak,
Leak.
leak announcement for Fable 4. Not really, I shouldn't say announcement, but I think it was on one of Microsoft's Mixer streams that it was spoiled. But
This wasn't supposed to happen.
yeah, I can put a link to it. I read the article. I forget what it is off the top of my head, but yeah, there was a leak on a Mixer stream, and hopefully that remains true, and I finally get my hands on a Fable
Oh, I
4.
gotta look this up and see if it's done by at
It's
least
not
the
going to be
same.
Molyneux.
No,
Lionhead is dead.
dead. Yeah, that's all. Like
So, well, it could be like how we had Crackdown 3. Every Crackdown game was made by a different company, a different developer. And in my opinion, even though Crackdown 3 was kind of poo pooed on, I loved it. I beat it. I thought it was great. I thought 1, 2, and 3 were all fantastic games.
see what I'm talking about, folks.
So,
This is what I'm talking about. When you don't go by reviews, you get that game that's right for you.
uh, we're not going to get into
We're not gonna get
logistics
into-
or ethics about games, but
This is what I'm talking about.
even if it isn't made by Molyneux in any sort of way or influenced, as long as they keep the spirit of Fable, and with the new power of the One X or Xbox One period, or who knows, it might even be announced for whatever the
new-
Scarlet's going to be
Yeah,
called.
I see that happening on the
That
news
a
system.
for a launch title,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, I see that happening. I won't even
Day
put-
one purchase for me. No matter whatever the Xbox, whenever it hits, I'll be day one.
Yeah,
I
feel something's been missing.
I love the Fable series. Like I said, I have shoot. I even have the pub games. The what do you call it? What was the Fable with the Kinect? That was pretty poo poo. But hey,
I remember that
played it.
game.
I played it. So
Yeah, that was a thing.
I'm definitely looking forward to 4, seeing what new mechanics, how they up the visuals, what they continue with the story, and how they play for that, and so on. And on that note, brings us to Lich's pick for another Xbox game.
Now I hate being disappointed when games are supposed to come out and don't come out, And yeah. Okay, so a couple of years ago, this game was announced for E3 for Xbox, what, 360 or Xbox One? Phantom Dust 2.
Well, 360 we did get Phantom Dust re-release with the online mode, which is fantastic. Fantastic.
Yes, it was. It was a fantastic game and whatnot. And now with its new, new IPs and new companies that Microsoft has picked up, I would definitely like to see a Phantom Dust 2 brought to that system, because that would definitely one of those games I would want to at least pick up and play.
Well, the reason they did re-release Phantom Dust was for rumor had it for a test for just this, for the release of Phantom Dust 2, and to basically test the waters for how an online mode or whatnot can be played. So if we do see a Phantom Dust 2 announcement of some sort, that'd be fantastic. It's really going to be hard for them to really shoot themselves in the foot this E3. I think they have a lot of chances to.
A lot.
Microsoft has a lot of chances between Fable 4, which we just announced, of course, showing off the new Xbox, and if they yeah, I said that. Sorry, guys.
Oh boy.
But all right. Yeah, with Phantom Dust 2, they can really do a killing at this E3.
I believe so as well. I really believe so. If this is, just, coming out next year, be ready for next system, ready for holidays 2020. Yeah, let's do this. That'll be just my cup of tea. But that's just my prediction. I'm hoping for that.
But that's what we all love to see at E3. We like the big announcements. We like the big fanfare of new console, new favorite game.
That's why it's going to be so exciting.
Fancy
like
IP.
New console, Yeah. You're right. So if it doesn't happen, doesn't happen. But that's just hoping, hoping for that.
And then the number 9 slot goes to something that I'm looking forward to, or just basically hoping.
Because we grew up with this company.
This company, this wasn't my number one gaming company when I was a kid, but as I got older, I really got into them with especially with the last console they released, and the big announcement that they made a little while ago, how they're only going to now no more new IPs, but really put all their time and effort into revitalizing the old classics. And to me, that means a lot, and that is Sega. I'm really looking forward and hoping Sega goes, all right, we've got the Genesis Mini, Genesis Mega Drive, depending on the Mini, the Classic, and it's going to be fantastic here. But you know what? We're also going to do this game, Jet Grind Radio, Phantasy Star. We're going to release
New Altered Beast,
new versions of these original games in the classic vein on your new consoles, on your Xbox, your Switch, and your PlayStation. And who knows, I even had a hope, we had a conversation, Lich and I, a while ago, that maybe Sega might even come up with a new console. I know that's dreaming, it won't happen, but even if they don't come up with a new console, I would really like to see
a
Dreamcast Mini.
Dreamcast Mini.
They already said, don't get your hopes up for Saturn Mini. What games would they put on there? Panzer Dragoon Saga.
There's a couple of games on there, but hear me out. If they're doing this, only revitalizing their old IPs, I would love to see them freaking put, because you have Monster Hunter, and that's really fairly popular. You have this other
Capcom.
game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have Monster Hunter that which a lot of people are playing. There's another game, starts with a D. It's another game that's like Monster Hunter that everyone's playing as well, fast paced. Then you
Dragon's Dogma?
No, it's free to play. You can download it and play it. Team up, hunt monsters. It starts with a D, but but my point is, if they can release a game, Phantasy Star Online, like another Phantasy Star Online, just bring it here, have someone work on it, have it free to play, whatever, and then everyone jump on and play that game.
See, I think we need a new Phantasy Star Online. We need
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
We need it in the States. 2 never came out over here, but we're gonna do it. I think free to play will destroy it. I hate free to play games. They're all garbage. Why?
If it's done well.
No, it's never done well.
What are you talking
And
about?
I'm going to give you my opinion on this just real quickly.
Okay.
Free to play games are pay to win. 90% of them are pay to win.
Not necessarily.
Unless it's like Overwatch.
Yes, that's
Overwatch is technically like that, but you pay for the game.
But you have Diablo is not free.
You pay for the game. If you do a pay for the game and then Guild Wars 2, that is, but it's not a free to play. It's
You pay
you
one
pay,
time. That's it, one time.
That's how I think it should
And-
be.
and then you
If
go.
it's released as one of those, hey, the game's free.
Yeah. A la Monster Hunter.
No. Monster Hunter, you still pay for it. You still have to pay for the game.
Yeah, you pay one time.
But I'm talking about crap to play. I hate free to play games where the game, like Fortnite. Fortnite is trash. Everyone hate me. That's fine. It's free. It's free. It's free. Oh no, it's not. You pay for this. You pay for that. You pay for this. You pay for that. You pay for this. It's free to
I
start.
will be the devil's advocate of this. A game Fortnite is not something I would play. However,
You
I
don't
can
have
see,
to defend it. Here at Red Bandana Gaming, we don't play Fortnite. Sorry, guys. The most you'll may be able to get out of us is an Apex Legends, and that we still no thank you. I love Titanfall, but
I get how popular it is and why the following, and it's bravo on the creativity on making such a game free and having an immense amount of followers, but it's not a game for us.
no,
Not something that we would play.
If you're a hardcore gamer, you're most likely not playing Fortnite. You're playing.
I'll probably touch Apex. I'll jump on that one day.
That's closer to a hardcore gamer's battle royale. Honestly, in my opinion, the most hardcore gamer battle royale is Tetris 99.
Perhaps.
That's. But hey, neither here nor there. We're gonna step back off this. You can fire all the hate at us that you want. You know what? Just give us your feedback. Give us your opinion. That's fine. Like I say, in the gaming community, there's games for everyone. Love it, hate it. You're gonna find something you like, and as long as you're gaming, that's what matters.
Precisely.
Which brings me to, back. I just want Sega to say something, to be there, to say, hey, look, here's your. We know we're getting Streets of Rage 4. Here's Streets of Rage 4, and you know what? You see this? Oh, this is fantastic. You know what? Demo or we're dropping it today. My love.
Or a new Panzer Dragoon game.
No. That's reaching. That'd be fantastic. We did get what was it? Red Dragon on Xbox. Crimson Dragon.
Yeah.
So which is a spiritual successor. But I would love to say, hey, you know what? You see Streets of Rage 4? Well, we're doing you one better. Golden Axe in the same vein.
Yeah. Yeah, or Altered Beast, or Shinobi.
Yeah. Altered Beast.
Yeah.
And make them like how we're getting Streets of Rage 4. And people would just mind blown. Yeah. And then, keep them small, keep them like that. $20-$25 games, digital. You know what? We'll throw our money at you, Sega. Yeah, and that's what we'll do.
Just do it, Sega. Listen up what the people want. Just like with the movie. The Sonic movie.
They did it with the Sonic movie?
Yeah, they voiced their opinion, and hey.
February 2020, Valentine's Day. And hey, look, we ended up getting Sonic Mania and Sonic Mania Plus. Fantastic games.
Agreed.
And even the Team Sonic Racing, even though nobody asked for it, it was still good. We did like the All-Star Racing. For those of you who did watch, if not, go back,
really
watch
fun.
it.
It was really fun game.
Pause this video. We'll stop. We'll wait for you.
All right.
Okay, so for now, you saw the video. It's a great game. It really is, and as you can tell from the video, now that you watched it,
you did get angry a lot.
I did
playing that game. A lot of anger,
especially Green Team. But All-Star Racing Transform was great. The racing games were good. They're very close contenders to Mario Kart.
Yeah, if you
Mario
want an
Kart is still. But
it's up there. But if you want an alternative to that, Mario Kart, Team Sonic Racing.
Definitely. So, with that being said, it brings us to our number 10. Number 10, I'm not a big fan of, and I think, yeah, again, people can give us your opinion. It's probably different than mine. Who knows? You might agree with me. But drop it in the comments
If it
because right now I think it's going to be garbage. Yes, I said it, and
if it
that's the
does if it does what it says it's gonna do, just saying. If it does,
and that's the Google Stadia,
Stadia.
Stadia.
I'm gonna say Stadia just in case.
Okay, I'm gonna say Stadia. You say Stadia.
Yeah.
So we got our bases covered.
Yeah, excellent.
So, um, uh, it reminds me
Of
of
the Nvidia Shield,
remember back in the day the Sega Channel
the Sega Channel.
or
Ooh, wow.
X Band
See, internet was young and
or
free.
Nintendo BS.
Wow. See, the internet was
Not
young and free back then. It was very young and
Free.
and tender.
Free.
Young and
Free. It was like $10 a minute back in the day. You had to pay for that shit.
What, internet? Yeah, I suppose you do with the old dial-up
Now you pay by the giga or the tera.
or the terabytes or whatever. Hey,
Yeah.
Comcast, you can only
Oh,
download the game.
whoa! We're not here to talk about
Oh,
internet
boy.
providers.
You can tell how much I love that provider. Yes, rubber banding right now.
All right. So with the Stadia
Stadia.
Stadium, the Google Stadium.
Yes.
With with the claims they're making, more powerful than a One X or a PS4, four of them combined, five of them, whatever it was, and with 8K resolution.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, and I'm like, do you realize the internet infrastructure over the United States is not that good? Like, it's good, but it's not that good. I'm like, especially places in the Midwest that, it's hard to get good internet connection. Yeah, you're going to sell them a controller and a service package?
Here's the thing, folks. As I said this every time during our E3 specials, E3 is not really for the gamers, believe it or not. These shows are not really. Yes, shockingly, it's not for gamers. It's for the shareholders and whatnot. Most shareholders don't know much about video games and consoles and whatnot.
Well,
I'd be surprised if they do, but they don't. They only see money.
I've agreed with you up until last year, where last year really felt it was for the gamers.
Yeah.
Especially with Microsoft's show last year, Microsoft is saying, all right, we listen to you. We can't show you everything now, but we listen to you. Here, these are games. We've got these developers. You wanted more exclusives. You wanted more first-party in-house development. We secured them. We're going to give it to you. You know what? We may not be able to show you everything now, but we listen to you. And that's not them going corporate. Microsoft has the money. They're not worried as much about the shareholders as they are worried about winning the audience.
They're probably doing both.
Because
I wouldn't put it past them to do both.
If you're in the Microsoft camp, of course it's about business. But if you're in the Microsoft camp, you know that the 360 was the killer system of that generation. It won hand over fist. In the PlayStation Xbox battle, because the Wii was just stupid. It sold more copies than the Bible, I swear. And then with the debacle of the E3 of the Xbox One, it really hurt them. So I think they're not going to make any mistakes like that if this is the E3 that they're going to announce the console.
You learn from your mistakes, I suppose. But I honestly think both systems did very well, like 360 and PS3. I think they did. But this later few years of the Xbox One and PS4, I've been carefully watching these games that are coming out and carefully watching the purchases and whatnot. I won't say anything else.
Okay, but so you've been watching these games and watching whatnot?
Yes.
Do you really think the Stadia, whatever, has a future with what you're seeing? I don't.
If they do what they claim they're going to do, then they should. The other companies should take notice. I'm just saying. I'm not saying this is what they're gonna do. You better watch out. We're coming for you. What you gonna do, brother? I'm not gonna say that. But I'm saying if they claim that this is what they can do, and that's what they're going to do, then take notice. If not, then it'll be just like the Nvidia Shield and the Ouya. in some aspects.
In my opinion, it's going to be dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival. Okay.
Google has a lot of money to back it up to try to keep it alive longer than the Oya or the Shield.
I want to see them succeed. It's good to see a fourth player in the party.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, but too many hands in the cookie jar.
Too many hands in the cookie jar.
Because if we're talking about another new console, remember we've got the Intellivision. The new Intellivision coming out. Yeah, some people are laughing, but Tommy Tallarico, he's really putting some money behind this, and the new Earthworm Jim is going to be an exclusive to that, and I think it. Who knows? And then we got the Atari VCS.
Oh, don't even get me started on Atari.
Okay, well, we're it's not parting. This number 10 doesn't include that, but I'm telling you, there are new players to this game, but remember, it's who the big boys are.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at Atari. It's like, hey,
they're real. It's real. Whether you hate it or not.
Oh yes, it's real, but we're not going to tell you the price.
Okay.
We will tell you.
We don't need to. You know what? It's not going to be expensive. We know that. That's fine. But yeah, it's like what I like to tell people. You've got Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Back in the day, I like to relate it to the Monday Night Wars of wrestling. WCW, WWF, and ECW. Those were the big guys. Even though ECW didn't have the production values and whatnot, those are the three, big companies. Nowadays, we've got so many wrestling companies out there, and the new, soon-to-be new big guy on the block, AEW, is really going to take a swat at WWE.
I think they already did.
But well, we're not a wrestling show.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, just like the gaming world is popping up with the Stadia, the Intellivision, the Atari, and then you have Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Again, going back to the wrestling analogy, you got AEW going after WWE. You have ROH. You have Impact. You have all these, New Japan.
All these guys.
You've got all these guys coming up. And same thing, it's the gaming industry is a fight. But hopefully, in my opinion, they can all eventually work together. It looks like Microsoft and Nintendo are working together now. Sony finally said, hey, you know what? I'm going to have to edit that. So they'll just do that, and I work together, and who knows with the Intellivision or the Atari or the Stadia, whatever, how they work out. But maybe we can all just have a gaming platform in terms of I'm on Xbox, you're on PlayStation, he's on PC, she's on Nintendo, she's on Intellivision, he's on Stadia, whatever, and we're all playing together. We can all play Monster Hunter. We can all play Street Fighter. We can all play Need for Speed.
Wouldn't that be a world?
Yeah, but unfortunately it probably won't happen because business. But before we ramble on any further, that's it. That's
our wants and hopes.
Those are our 10 hopes and expectations and dreams and whatnot coming from out of E3 2019.
Yeah.
So on that note, thank you everybody for watching.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you for sitting through this, and if you've gotten to the end, again, hit that subscribe. Like we always say, see, it's right below here, right below the little Red Bandana Gaming thing. Ooh, right there. Hit the subscribe, the like, dislike if you don't like it. That's cool with us. Hit the notification button, then you can get all of our new updates and videos, whether it's gameplay or opinions or whatnot. We're going to start doing more of these opinion videos because we've been getting a lot of requests to do them. So
yeah, and E3 is coming up, so it's a big time for gamers everywhere. The next 2 months.
We're going to throw out all kinds of reaction videos to certain games, to E3 itself. So again, thank you for watching. Remember to visit us at redbandanagaming.com. Red Bandana Gaming. Why is it? And again, thank you. Thanks for watching. And like we always say, be legendary.
Yep.